Hi, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign, and today I'm out on the back deck. I'm baking potatoes right now, and then I'm going to put kielbasa on. We're going to have baked potatoes, kielbasa, and tossed salad for dinner. Now I get up this morning, went out, and Beth had I think 6 or 7 orders. I got all the stuff for that. Had to make a bunch of lids. It was a liddy day. And I also had to make a batch of Sawyer filter adapters. I ran out of those. Got those all done. And then I decided to play with the electric car. And while I was riding it, it had a rattle in it. So what I traced the rattle down to, you've got 2 tie rod ends, and you've got a drag link with 2 tie rod ends on it and everything else. And there's a little bit of play in all of them. So when you're going down the road, all of them are kind of clank, 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 clank. Plus, because there's no drag on it at all, when you get going, if you let go of it, you'll get a little bit of shimmy. That's real common on trikes. So let me show you a really simple fix I did that got rid of all the rattle and got rid of the shimmy. Okay, this doesn't have conventional steering. This has got a yoke on it like an airplane, and it's got a joystick. And this is a drag link that goes over to the tie rod end. And this, well, goes over to the, I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, and here's the tie rod. So what I simply did was to take all the rattle out of that joint, that joint, that joint, and that joint. I took some shock cord and wrapped it between the 2 of these and tied it off to put a little bit of tension on them. I discovered going down the road, if I reached down and went like that, it would stop. Everything would get quiet. So I just put a piece of shock cord on there. And you can see as you move it, the shock cord just works with it just fine. And it completely got rid of the shimmy. What it did, it induced enough drag so that no shimmy, and it got rid of all the rattle. So that's pretty cool. I'm real happy with that. I went out this morning, Sue, Beth, and I, and we, early this morning before it got hot, we went out and rode 10 miles in the morning before the sun got up high. It's in the 80s now, high humidity. It's really nasty. Second thing I wanted to tell you was, went over to Walmart yesterday, and they've got a bunch of 99% polyester synthetic sleeveless tops. They had a ton of them, and they're like $10. So I don't think you can go wrong there. So I bought a couple of them. I think I'm going to go over tonight and buy 3 or 4 more because they're really comfortable, they're really cool, and they're really lightweight. They're made by Dry Star. Now I've been using my Sawyer filter to test the Sawyer filter adapters for fit. So it hasn't been in my backpack. I keep taking it out and leaving it in the factory so I can pick it up every time I make an adapter and try it and make sure the fit is correct. Or at least when I start out, to make sure my batch run is correct. So it hasn't been in my backpack, and I don't like that. I don't like having the backpack with something missing out of it. I'm afraid I'll go off with it and forget. So what I did was I grabbed my Sawyer, my Katahdin Hiker Pro, and put that in my backpack so I'd have a filter in there. And that filter works pretty good, but there's a couple of things about it, like keeping the hose, the out hose, the clean water hose, in my platy bags and getting them to fill the bags up and pressurize the bags so they'll expand is really hard to do. So I built an adapter to cure that. So let's go up and look at that. Okay, so I've got my Katahdin filter in here. I think it's spelled the same. Yeah. Anyway, this has always been a struggle to use because I got to have one hand on the pump, on the actual pump, the filter, one hand on the pump, and the other end is heavy enough to set in the water if I get down where the water is. But this end is a wild card. It has to go in my platy bag, and it won't stay in there. It keeps falling out. Plus, when the bags start to fill up, you can't pressurize the bag because it just pops out. So what I did was, long story short, I made an adapter that screws onto the bag and has a nipple on it to plug your hose into. And that makes it much easier. Okay, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign. Get out and hike, take a friend. Enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have some fun today and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.